Okay, so today I'm gonna make a simplified version of kanafa. So the first things first, you have to get kataifi. I'm not even sure how you say it, but yeah, this kind of shredded phyllo dough. Okay, it's like phyllo dough, but it's shredded. I could not find it at Kroger, unfortunately, so I had to go to one of the Arab stores, and yeah, I found it there. Anywho, so it comes in a package like this. It's frozen, so you got to take it out of the freezer or fridge and let it thaw overnight, or 3 hours on your counter will do. Now, I'm going to shred it in this first because you have to kind of cut it into smaller pieces. You can cut it by hand, but this is easier and less messier. So let's do that first. Just going to pulse it because I don't want it to cut it into teeny tiny pieces. I might have overfilled it, but you just want smaller pieces that you can work with. So this right here, a little bit smaller, and then we're good to go. You're going to do that with the whole 16 ounces of it. Look at it. It's so satisfying. Oh, it feels so good in your hands. Okay, let's get started. So with this recipe, if you are fortunate enough to find this sweet cheese, this is actually kanafa cheese, that's what it's used for, then that's great. If not, you can just use mozzarella cheese and ricotta cheese and mix those two together. But I'm gonna do all three since I have all three. So, but first I gotta shred this, and I figured the nicest and easiest way to shred it is in the food processor as well. Okay, so let's do the butter. So you have 3 sticks of unsalted, make sure it's unsalted butter, okay? You're gonna melt it in the microwave, cover this shit up with saran wrap because it's gonna be popping all over the place and it's going to destroy your microwave. Trust me on this, don't learn the hard way. So once the butter is melted, you can get kanafa food coloring, okay? Or if you don't have this, honestly, just use orange food coloring. It's no big deal. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there, okay? That's what's gonna give it that orange. I think I put too much. It gives it that orange color, or maybe not. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I think I can put a little bit more. And then you're gonna let the butter clarify. Now, what does that mean? I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but it means to let the butter sit there, and then it's gonna create like a hard foam on top, and then you just basically take that hard, you're gonna smear off that hard foam, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, okay, once it sits here for a little bit. But yeah, that's what clarify means. I learned something new. So that is that foamy layer that I was taking off. Normally it takes like 45 minutes to clarify butter, but this is the quick way, doing it in the microwave. So yeah. Okay, and next up, I'm gonna basically pour it in there and kind of mix it up evenly and shred it around. This has nothing to do with it. These are Orbeez. So mix it all up. So after it's all been shredded and mixed in, I have my first layer. I'm gonna add the cheese, and then I'm gonna add the other layer on top. So let's do that. Make sure you have a bowl of water next to you so that you can easily spread the cheese out. You can use a spatula or your fingers. This is for families, so chillax for everybody who's grossed out. Even though I make my fondant and work with cakes with my hands, but still. I know it doesn't look very pretty. Okay, and then we add the other layer and we bake it at 400 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. While it's baking, I'm gonna make the syrup for it. And you'll see why this is freaking a heart attack on a plate, man. Now it's time for the syrup that we're gonna put on top when we take it out of the oven, and this is 1 cup sugar and half a cup of water. It's kind of like simple syrup, but it's not, because simple syrup is 1 cup sugar and 1 cup water. So this is gonna be a little thicker, and that's what you want. You want it thicker. So I'm gonna wait for until it boils, and then when it does, I'm gonna add just like a teaspoon or so of lemon juice, and then when it's completely done, some rose water. Starting to boil, I'm gonna add the lemon juice, and then you're gonna continue stirring, but don't let it caramelize. Caramel or caramel? What do you guys say? Caramel. Don't let it caramel. I don't know. Anywho, until all the sugar is dissolved, and then we'll add the rose water. Oh yeah, check out that cheesy goodness, that crunchy top layer. Topped it with crushed pistachios. Can't wait to dig into this tonight. Woo!